Yasom was saying, you may not see a Kasiebo, I will say Ctv Kasiebo, a chagu, Ukasa for now would want to swap few more. Abe Fontaine, Fidi and Kasiebo, a chagu. I will my Ctv GH, social media handles I would run in so Facebook is streaming live, Konako Shebi, Kai Selber Trauma no for, I'm a one swanya be a share, face social media handles I would be a Ubedru Swanobo, my Ctv GH, Kasiebo Pieba, now when you be a share. Anyway. Okay, kind for a fear, Brempoma Hene, me try me home sima, me ba, and some no henty, me the best more. Abusia hemamu nyina kwa bafe yemfiri nsem no ase abeto dwose ende se manyoko na fa adwempo bi sa afia bato no enya de a woyi won mani afiri ho wode wani nsem akopem se ne ye bewie kura na abato no endem ho fan etumi aye adwuma enti ama wa fa adwempo bi se wode drones ebe fefa enkrampoponi mantem ha se nkanka miaye ahodo ye beto aba na wohunu nnuama ekoso na afenso wo hwa abato no se ne be ya ba akokra ntimi enfom enkodi nkwanchen eno ena electoral commission ade ensem ya beto abonten a wo kire se NDC amanyoko no de edikan won fa hwe meto won manim saa se ne opese wo yenie ena de etoso mienu mpo se drones no wode ne nanenam emontre so a omanfo fa hodie ena otietia so oman.
Polling stations are security zones. So they will have to apply to the security people for permission to be granted. They will have to apply to the electoral commission for a commission to grant. But my point is that how will you yourself, how comfortable will you feel that you are going to vote at the polling station and there's a drone hovering around you? How sure are you with respect to the secrets of the ballot? Because I said that they have to apply. So at times they will say it, but once it was at rally, they will not carry it through. But it will be difficult for the electoral commission or the police to approve people to be using drones at polling stations.
But why would they even want to deploy drones?
The fact remains that polling stations are security zones. We want to ensure the security of the ballot. So at the polling station where I am going to make my choice, I want to vote in that secrecy. That is why even people, visually impaired people, have been given tactile jacket so that you not go and see who they are voting for. And I will never be comfortable going to the screen and a drone is hovering around me. How do we be comfortable?
Yanko Santamantem Kropo Kumasimo, Adakita for work of Fanocha Baya Sabia G. Etrese free or Chireko or Nejma. DNSC, watch us a baby our te, ya we one way Jumano, and ya bind a dema one with ye. Now, so fear say, war Jenedine, into war 2 on winning and a sabio. Ye ni baby die a year, Juma money a year, into free or Chinakro. Sa buying and pay baby ama one man na. Ya will bet me a free aqua Juma quay Juma, Akmajo Sua, and ya dear Frichna, aircon walk Juma copim say, a buying, and a baby, I'm more doing tea at all.
A doctor for any apomudin ejuma for beye eduonu awomo eye adwuma e wo Konfanoche teaching hospital I no no e wo asantemantem e da betudwa se baby awomo etie e wo danyame I no no wo asantemantem a e ho so e ne ben aresabia baby a womo eye adwuma no e ade se efiewura no etu womo de senti wo kire se efiewura yi ama womo na wo twepɛ se wonfa entu emfidan mu a doctor for yi eye mputupuru enhiemu ene den e na wode tudwa wo kire se efichna womo edoma kade nyina egu ho atie sikrom pedan anase akope baby a wodi womti ebeto chairman Emma Konfo Anoche Doctors Association Dr. Michael Lee editor just say wamo ebesa omachi aba hospital ho abaye adwuma se wonsa eka dan na anase wonya dan ni bia e na wobeba abaye adwuma le senti wo kire se adokotafo ene anasefo yi a wamo edo makade egu hoi no nipa obehwe wamo ewo aresabia honom e nipa wamo eda hodeda na ebom no nipa foforo bia obeba aresabia honom no de enya de se obetimi ahwe no.
So
we were told by our management that some doctors in the Nyame residence are supposed to be evicted. I mean, this has been ongoing for about a year now. And as an association, we suggested some measures to management, but we see this to be beyond our hospital management, in that, I mean, they are not the owners of the land per se. So some of our doctors have been given an eviction. They've been given notices to evict their accommodation units within a week. Yeah. Some have had their water supply cut off. Some have been walled in. So, as an association, not all doctors in Confanoche are affected anyway, but we have close to about 20-something doctors plus other staff of the Confanoche and other doctors from other hospitals. So we thought it wise that if you are being evicted, then we meet and decide as a group what is the next step. And what came out, the unanimous decision was to lay down our tools tomorrow by 6 a.m. and then go and look for accommodation. So that is the outcome of the meeting that we held this morning. Us, we know that the land in question has been given out for development. What we wanted was relocation. Just relocate us to a favorable place, a place closer to the hospital. I mean, those places were not given out of reason. Those places are supposed to be within 15 minutes to 10 minutes to the hospital. And mind you, the people over there are the heads of units, senior doctors who take care of the affairs within the hospital. So, if you want to develop, nobody has an issue with the development. No, that is not the issue. What we are saying is, look, you just don't tell me to go and look for a place to sleep. And it's not for free. It's a rented apartment. Okay. So just relocate us to a good place. But if now you tell me within 1 week to move, then yes, I need to go and look for an accommodation. And like, if I am not well, how do I treat somebody who is not well? I think you know the WHO definition of health. This is the physical, mental, social, financial, and spiritual well-being of the person. If all those things are okay, then you are healthy. But if I am being stressed, how do I offer service to you? So this is our simple, we are just trying to find accommodation.
Afei yɛnto so na yɛnkɔ yɛne mo ensɛm foforɔ mu panyi kwankyerɛfoɔ yɛ a wɔda mmara nsɛm no ɛwɔ NDC amanyɔkuo nom owura Educhi Tamaklo ɛde ato dwa sɛ nanu ada finance ministry no ba wɔde bɛto abɔnten sɛ sa aban no anim na wɔde ne nsa ɛhyɛ anti-LGBTQ+ mmara no ase ɛmɛ bɛgye tum ɛyɛ adwuma wɔ man yi mu ahwɛ yi a sika twitwiri dia ye behwere ayabe fofuo kura sika ye pe yensa entimi nkan wo kire se eni buku bia mu hu se mo be kan semienti a mo se ya se ye gitum dia ne sika ne ebeba ya anya ntum dia sika no ema hute no se ema esansa ban no bod ho modern kwa dia se sika no nye sika akomen yentumi emfa anase yentumi mpe emfa mo bre omen ehobra
is saying that they just completed their fifth review with the government of Uganda, of which the IMF is going to advance about $120 million to the government of Uganda. In the Uganda law, unlike what Parliament just passed, where the custodian sentence about a maximum of 3 years or something, in the case of Uganda, it's actually death, depending on how aggravated that particular act of conduct is. So, when the finance minister makes the assertion that if the president assents to it, there's a potential loss of 3.8, it's complete red herring. It has no basis. World Bank itself had issued a statement. And in the statement by the World Bank, they said their relationship with Ghana relative to this matter are going on, and only indicated that they have their own internal programs relative to discrimination and what have you, protections for minority groups and so forth and so forth. So if you put all of these things together, I am saying that the Honorable Amin Anta, whose ministry issued that statement to the president, had no basis whatsoever and only engaging in an alarmist act. Why the posturing by the finance ministry, although it is one of the gay promoters or lobbyists? If you do that, it does not do well. And I've made a point. When the United States of America Congress is about to pass a law in the US of A, they don't consult anybody in Ghana. Our relationship with the United States of America or the UK is one that is founded on mutual benefits. Look, Samson, look at the number of United States of America investment in Ghana, either in the oil sector, mining, or whatever. So the relationship is one that is even beneficial to them. Whatever we get from them, it is not something they give to us because, quote unquote, we are a beggar nation. Is it not curious that a government that for 7 years anchored its economic policy programs on the basis of Ghana Beyond Aid is now using aid as a basis for the president to deny his constitutional responsibility? And even what is even more curious is this posturing by the president to behave as though he is Pontius Pilate. I will not do it. I am leaving it to the Supreme Court. Why would the president want to set up the Supreme Court for public ridicule and opprobrium? Because there are questions that requires executive decision. Assent to the bill. Do that. That is your responsibility. That is not the responsibility of the Supreme Court of Ghana. And so this whole attempt by Mr. President to hide under a so-called, challenge at the court, which never existed, though at the time he was making that claim.
Abusuafo yɛn to aso na yɛn kɔ yɛnim ɛwɔ nsɛm foforɔ mu Central Congress bedwani Alexander Roosevelt Hotoji ɛde ato dwa sɛ wɔnim de ntia sɛ Shama ayasabea no ɛda so ɛda nwura mu sɛ hwe krampo ni wa ne sa esan sɛ aban no hyɛbɔ besi nɛ enuoma ahodoɔ yɛ de kogu hɔ nyina wasesa ne nyina ɛde akɔ baabi a wɔn pɛ so wɔde kɔ na wɔnyɛ ne nwanwan san sɛ na no ɔmanfo a ɛwɔ la ɛpɛ bie kura no one suyi demonstration makuma bese num ni nsia ansa na aban no etie won sufre.
So I'm not surprised that the people of Shama are suffering this way. The people of La, we had to go there more than 4 times as minority members of the health committee to press home their demand. And we've seen that nothing is being done in Shama, and we are here today. And it's not going to be a 9 days wonder. We'll pick it up for you. We'll try as much as possible that they also start this work and bring it to completion for it to be put to good use for the people of Shama to access quality health care.
Enrichiri ena ora minta akando enso editu dwa se omanfo a wo ewo Shama ene ne potem nso estefata ne mapapa ne senti aban no emfa contractors emra site no so na bo me adwuma enimanimu ya.
We have come to see a bare land. I think the people of Shama deserve better. And as a matter of urgency, we think that the government must bring the contractor back to site to commence the construction of Shama District Hospital. Because for the past 4 years, the minister responsible for health has not come to the floor of the house to even give us the status of Shama District Hospital. And for me, that is quite disrespectful. And so we are sending clear signal, clear warning to the president, the vice president, that not until they commence, complete, and put to good use the Shama District Hospital, we will be here on several occasions. The president said there was a dedicated sources of funding and that this project was not going to see any delay. Go back and read the speech of the president. Come to meet another pit. And you can see clear from my back. I mean, we don't, this government is not prioritizing the health sector. The people of Sama, they need their district hospital. Whatever it takes for them to come and commence and complete and put the facility to good use. It should not be a political tool as usual. That because we have come here, they are bringing contractors on site for few, months, then they leave for the people to vote for them, and after voting, that's the end.
Shamaya Sabia say Yaja Tumuram, ya a home and some Sokwa Watchibidi, it was why I were and Semuna, a rubber call on the corridor, so about for was Shama, and then Potamo, Ebetua Manual. Now I could see one man named Mumra Emilia Arthur, Essudin and what movie, or trust say. Send your bino SJJ Shamaya Sabia was so weird, and 10 years. Obia or one potem will be any so I Sabia and dia benny. Now soon nay, Ubedru Honum now who say I yet to croak a keke and a dahon one or quasemini. Ask him.
Have you seen the hole, another pit here in Shama district? This is supposed to have been our district hospital. The funding, as I'm understanding from Parliament, the loan was approved 4 years ago. Sword was cut here by the president himself. When they cut the sword, the tree that was planted is higher than any of us here right now. If the tree has grown to that height, then that should tell you how long ago the sword was cut here. Up to today, there's nothing happening here. They brought some trucks here. Everything has been taken away. The issue, in fact, what is most painful is that initially they wanted to demolish the existing health center that we have to build it, and the health personnel refused it. What would have happened if they had demolished that health center and not built it like we are experiencing here? Where would people get health care from? Not everybody can afford private health care. Since there are some of their leading MPP leading officials here who have private health centers themselves. So maybe it is in their interest that the public district hospital is not built, so they continue to make their money. But the point is that it is a disappointment. It is not acceptable. This is not the mark of good governance.
So nafe yanko yenim ensem foforo emo. Speaker Emma Student Parliament Westcon International School Akoto Prosper Edia to just said your maimo yamanyo samaye no enya de bi ehye nkran kra wan hwe ye na eba okon kra se kwa yamanyo samu ase ne mpanyifo no kwa omofa so ekasa ne kwa omofa so eya amanyo samu no enhyeda enya akono bia omaimo.
Wabra 2024 Commonwealth Day celebration ekoso ena Owura Prosper Akoto editu dwase enei yama amanyosem adane sikasempa esenti emebunu ene nipa dodo na wom ewo nimdia mapa ewo amanyosem esanse woni sikenti no wontimi emfa won ho anyimu.
Thank you. I think when you look at the representation in Parliament, as the Constitution of Ghana rightly puts it, that from 21 years you can contest and become a member of Parliament. I ask myself, when you look at their biographies, which member of Parliament is 20 within that age bracket, 21 to 25 years or 28? How many people are there? So it tells you that the young minds, the young exuberancy that will have to be there to encourage and attract the younger ones coming in, we are not getting them there. So it looks like you have to grow to a certain level before you can go in there. And the challenge, when you look at it, it isn't that the youth are not interested. We are interested, but looking at our political situation now, it's been monetized. So the monetization of our politics today makes it impossible for some of us to even contest, because nomination forms alone you can't afford. you know, the amount of money you need to spend to campaign, even for primaries alone, we can't afford. Let alone the main election as against the opposition or the incumbents on the other side. We cannot. So it cripples the youth from taking part, you know, from contesting, unless you have a sponsor somewhere.
And what she and Nipa Binuma would do when Juma said Mashibedrini Emma de Shia Wamo Ewa Kolekulote, but one person about Kosu Edin Juma's speaker, Aya Titus Owusu Dakon, and Daniel, and Su Jabo, and so editor just said, and they, Yo Mebunudwana, Wamo Ewa my gun and moi, well, when them Diamapa, and in Yan Sawa Amanyusem Emu, Nansu Ehu Asha Wamo so many saying to me, Emio Manumpo and Kasa, when I'm so Ama and
exciting. I mean, I had it in mind. This is the time for me to explore what I have, most especially my leadership qualities, and practice what the parliamentarians do in chamber. Yeah, and I just delivered. Yeah. Well, I mean, my second year currently at the University of Media Arts and Communication, that is the Institute of Journalism, old GIJ. I started this journey when I was in level 100 as the Member of Parliament for level 100 constituency, and currently in level 200, I'm just the Chief Clerk for the 16th Parliament. Yeah. I think the voices of the youth are not properly heard. Some are heard, but in terms of rates, they are not properly heard. Sometimes if you're a youth and you want to channel your grievance or you want to say something about a topical issue, you are afraid that what you are saying today can put you into a huge trouble tomorrow. Yes. So because of we are practicing democracy, yet still we the youth, we shiver and tremble in fear to speak out, to voice certain things. So there are so many topical issues circulating here, but sometimes we find it difficult, very, very difficult to voice. Yeah. I think this is time for the Ministry of Youth and Sports collaborate with the youth in a humongous way. I mean, they are doing amazing, but it should be extraordinary for the youth to speak, voice certain things.
It's been an amazing experience, you know, to step in the shoes of such a great man. He's like a real mentor to me. I look up to him a lot, and honestly, it's a dream of mine to sit in that very chair one day in the future. So having to sit in as the speaker in the mock setting, it's a real experience for me, and I'm really happy that I did it this time in my final year in the school. Yes, it's my dream to sit in the chair as a speaker in the National Parliament one day. I've always dreamed about that. I mean, it's everyone's dream. Any student's parliamentarian dreams of sitting in that very chair one day. So it has boosted my confidence. I mean, sitting in that chair, chairing the Commonwealth mock sitting, has boosted my confidence to a whole new level, and I think this will push me to a whole new level.
Now, Shema, dear, bet him there's a fridge, you must say. And Rasso out of fridge, a boy, Juma, Naya Papa, Naefe, said the Baya was sick on Bertono. So better fridge, and yet to high sense breako, as I say, entry power, and a bonus of duffum. Tabletop fridge, double draw fridge, display fridge, water dispenser fridge, fridge, Opebia, you will be home. Wait, dear, one, I'm saying yo.
58, a copy 18th March.
A high sense fridge promo. Abra promo ikosi. Bora high sense showroom bia. Na kwaji fridge ya tete so say. Why ye dia ba ma wo ane wo. Ema ure fi say auto fridge wo high sense ya. Ye ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. A high sense fridge promo. High sense everyday prices for everyday people. Na kai sense shisha kakra wo ho.
sɛ wakoma so adeɛ ɛne wani so ade hunu ne sɛ wobetu kwanko adeɛ a ɛneɛ sisi hwehwɛ Trinity of Arc Limited Company na wɔn mua wɔn na anya akwanya kɛse a deɛ bira da adeɛ bɛkye bia wɔde ɔmanfo tu kwan ebi kɔ Australia no na ebi so kɔ UK na ebi kɔ Canada, France, Hungary, Malta, Romania, Slovakia, Brazil, Czech Republic, Estonia, Portugal, Mexico, Poland, Croatia, Schengen, Amaba, Bia, so apesa okodie. Trinity of Arc for Edwobeko. Nisanyamia chawadia, unim ball bo, na pesa oko kata, ekobo bola, obeya hon shaye, amwako simple. Sesia make say, ejuma ba edoso, ya opo manfo akoye sa ejuma no. Ohia doctors, nurses, midwives, lab technicians, any health workers, ejuma na bin, ewo Canada, UK, any aman kayeno so, any ejuma sa paye, ediamo bia, obetimaya shop attendants, oye mason, carpenters, tilers, drivers, mechanics, plumbers, farmers, caterers, home care, factory workers, forklift operators, pool loaders, any adwuma bia woyɛ no ɔde wobɛkɔ wonso adwuma wɔ hɔnom ɛne gisabne sɛ woni nsa no adwuma mpo a ɔmo adwuma a wobɛtimi ayɛ ɛsiane sɛ ohia security foɔ ohia cleaners ɛne obi a woni nsa no adwuma wonso adwuma wɔ hɔ na mfa ho ɛne sɛ wakɔ sukuu anaa wonkɔ sukuu ɛsiane sɛ mododoɔ na mpo wonkɔ interview na ɛne gisabne sɛ adwuma bia wopɛ sɛ wokɔyɛ no wo nsa bɛka adwuma no ho nkrataa ɛwɔ Ghana ansa na wakɔ yɛ wɔn nso a ɛpɛ sɛ kɔ visit sra wo bie wo mo eko programs wo mo epese koto ni nyina Trinity of Arc for be ya ho hyehyɛ ama wo mo epese ko school se okoye short courses ni wonye certificate ana diploma degree masters PhD emu bia Trinity of Arc for ebe ya ama Trinity of Arc for e di abotre nukuredie nyamesuro ena ye wadwuma enti na da ni pampempem ebodom pem e wo office ho ni odi pii so de tukwan na obi bia wo ye bia so ye new Adamu yopo Trinity of Arc for SIA ticketing o tukwan na pese o twa ticket emawa obeya amaw oya booking ska ho and hotel reservation ni nyina fada wo mo se ko Trinity of Arc o de britiawa bi ena wakwantuo no o de hodwumade ma wo na onye kese nso uye die ne hia wo mo wakwantuo ne hia wo mo enye sika no ene wo hwe enti wotimi nkan hwehwe Trinity of Arc Limited Company ewo Kumase Aduato oba Masalachi Kasoa our new market kwan so edaina Fidelity Bank ewo mu no esoro ho ene owo enti Kumase phone frɛ 0531 644 217 and 0531 833 456 and crying 020 55 72076 and 0244 062389 Trinity of Arc Limited Company yankwa ne do bako oman bia obesa okoso so.
Amzia mama nyina kwa baba enyumre no nsia Kasiebo Ctv so afei no akan ho a yeda se emo akwaba Kasiebo etwagu kasafo nyina hodo no so afiefie mo abefo teten fidie no so ekoso my Ctv GH sabra me kase ya ye stream live e Facebook kan ho ya na wato ma no fefo ma wonum so enya bia hwe yento aso e na yenko asaman kese ene asaman kese circuit court kwa setena na pia mpanyina hye se Emrantie mienu bi ya okobo okro no yemfa wonum nkosie emfie nkono ena afei abosumi dumienu na ofremu fia wode be yesua de Wabra PM Pennyman Samankasi Circuit Court. The word poema temu etransieno. Eno obu ase. Isaac Opare. Ya wanye mfie eduasa enai. Ya wono eye lebrano. Wonkwada mu mfie nkono. Na Kinsley Chedu. Ya wanye mfie eduonu nkono. Wonu nkwada mu abusumi dumienu. Nia entia wode saa ntansen abo wonom. Anaso wode asotwe ama wonom nyina ene se. Kowie ade. Anioma a wokowie aye no. Na eye boga Isaac Kwame Chireda kwa. Ya wono eye businessman na UK no wote edne juma ne nuama wakra every UK aba oman mu so obeton so ode ye den ende onu anenim ena emrante wa amiunu ene wonom dan fofo bese num ka wonom ho ede bese bosume bensia etwe nneoma yin kakra na wo hwe nneoma wo wi aye no a ano eden pa LG TVB 72 inches wo fa makoma nan ena 70 inch LG smart television no eno nso wo fa makoma bese enson afei LG smart TV 65 inches wo fa mienu ya ni nyina abo som 14,000 Ghana cedis e bia abo no de etoso biem wo fa 43 inch LG smart television makoma kunum eno no ne boy 24,000 Ghana cedis eno wo fa 32 inch LG smart television eno wo fa mienu afei ne bo 7,200 wo wieye be shita da so aye da so bi e makoma ahenu eno no nso osesa ye kettle de ede no ansui eno nso fa bakoma aduonu baako fridge enkiti eno ye de simpa etifi bi wo fa nson anwa enchense ede eno anuane mattress akese eda so bi wo fa miensa woolen carpet wo fa makoma ahasa afei towel ne paper ye ho bi wo fa ahasa aduanan so 347 eno ne buo no nyasem ketwa dormate wo fa bi emo anwa gallon kofo gallon akese bi wo fa bi ensuo botro makoma besa ahasa eno nso wo fae na che so hwe mrante nani achi a eyekro no kan no mo bonye kom na na ede wonum eno ena ma piem panyini hwe wonum ani achi a wode asotwe a entese ama wonum aka eye Isaac Opare ye friend Keke Kingsley Jedu Emmanuel Danso Kojo Sei ena afi Collins sankrofo enyina adwane wo kire mfuturu na emom aposifo kire se omani abrese krodom ehwehwe wonum na wo chi wonum a wode mre se fata ede won na abrante baako a wono no koto ema no abosome edumienu no wono nana eye hwesofo ema boga ifie ye nti wokosasa ne namfofo a wokosasa anwema bebrebe ye akire ababeda di a wo ho akwakoka adwamui bi empanyine kire se enwema amrante esisa aye no na enye kom na de wonom na emom eye kro no pa na no wo pa abo na ye ja sankrofo emu omotena Ghana anhwe ya wo man bebo nti yemfa wonom nkosi na ofirimu fia ogide se ode beye asuade etu wo hofo eni mpo afoforo Yefra Saman Kesia Yentusha na Yenko Sunyane Bonomantam Kropono Emo. Na Sunyane Technical University Chirose wanam TVET program so the apprenticeship program eba sanebeya one more kodo se wabesue adwumane mom wo pa bodine krata bi de abata hono wonsa etmi akanisa
Jumedia ekwo so ewo Sunyane Traditional University eho na Vice Chancellor Edema Sunyane Technical University Professor Engineer Kojo Edinkra apia otina sempie so wode sansemi etutwa wosan editu twesesua ponsuku no afewi adesua 43,362 eno mo ajomo ewo school
yeah apprenticeship programs and CTV National TVET Qualifications Framework your proficiency 1 proficiency 2 na sa program the friend voucher project the toso na na ashasi na fe na Sunyane Technical University ya beka sa training no ho enti phase 4 no Sunyane Technical University so ashasi na ya dia ye be chire apprenticeship senior craft persons master craft persons ye tailor for mo chire nkwala die mechanic fitter for mo chire nkwala die enti sa nipa welders mo chire nkwala die enti dikan ye training master for no ye training o wia e beto aso ye training nkwala show mo asinyina na sa project ye KFW and sponsor enti ubabia untua school fees KFW and PS Carolina bebena school na school na faso e dia chire nkwala na die ene mpani for na sa face we no for trade associations and to join association to say dressmakers association mechanics association biano ubetumi akọ no wa register na watumi join sa training and open to omo magazine ne omo pam ade dressmakers ne ade fashion designers and it is association o kan ho wa dia who qualifies to me about Sarah program.
Edwachi and signed sa footway Emma Sufo say, won't you say Emra, ya school no as said Yamono, or more evidence
for Eba University say, Omubisunadi. And Futu be Yamon, a war, matriculation ceremony. Sunset, so bus will now the additional Diablo. Maybe when I'm now you're betting. Now, no son now. It didn't run to me according to various forms of sexual misconduct. It's a true for Elfasana Manina who said, Yampe homosexuality, Ewo, Sarcampusim, Yampe lesbianism, and Yampe se will be student and a school in attacking the local school sexually. And a teacher in attacking school sexually. And I said the other way around, school needs what tight teaching here, the Chiwa, Yamfa, Sans a woman, who need a school, a guidance and a manina, to be a so teacher you, so a school you, what do you share sexual harassment? Yeah, Chiwa, it is a set up committee, Nipa 7-member committee, our master our more investigations. And in back out now, why I bet you so we are corporate. No evidence we are against you. University management and for examination of practice, we would do Hoshima serious sanctions and the amount. If it will clear you, the beginning of 1 year, and son of one sign Abba. And the idea to form and Fediagro and was swimming. Sans Oban, why you don't want to na one shall know Cobapo. Now Cobapo near Chiwa, you bet you also, because this here no cameras, CCTV cameras will go available. And 2 years of the Bapa, Quadia, you bet you need evidence near the Ascension. And the idea and so invest in a fairly agro.
I'm so for Fenedro so a jadi any sikasam kase. And there quite so circuit court ekwa setena PM panyini asho say nipa miensa quite so race course dwakese no ehye na edum gya adwuma yefo aba ho ese wo ba bedum gya no na woni hwe yese obeboro wonom na watoto nnuema egu wonom so no yemfa sankrofo miensan enkosi ekire yi yenyi wo mra na wonto a wonom asemnie so
Nipa miensan ya bosi faso mo pechi edi wo makopie mu ewo kwada so security court no eye Solomon Anaba a wedi emfie duwotre akongoli adoko onso wedi emfie duwotre ena lamamia ishwe onso wedi emfie eduno ba ko wochere nipa miensan na eye apafo na ko edu akoto ede bo nipa miensan ene se wo mu afa koti kwanso na opese wo ye kanana na wode wo nsa ekeka eye aban nipa wo ye na dwuma na se wodi na dwuma eno ene ko edu a yede abo na prosecutor ASP Jones New Lab Ajay editor court nene mu wose nipa miensen yemfa wo mo enter remand se beye na wo mo ebetoa so aye ensel mu ehwehwemu esan se wo kire se wo hwese na nipa miensen esuban esetia de ja wo ma na se ma wo mo bew se wo nkofie na wo fifie emra aseni bia enya de se wo betimi aye hwemu ni yesan se wo de wonsa ebekeka evidence yahodo a ebetia wo mo ni senti yemfa wo mo enter remand na match boso menede to so edunu esia afimpi no ene dunumi na ye ne senti ye fa wo mo enter man otemwafo a wotena asem no so eye his ana Steven Kumi na wono so ede atodwa acheni pa ya bo mo kwadu se match bosome ne da etoso edunu esia no wombesan abepiem ewo koto abeyi ensebi an match bosome ne da etoso du ba ko afeye mu ena aposifo eche ne pa miense wabrakra odumja adwumayefo bia yeyi wo mo ede Africa of North Teaching Hospital Fire Station wono se won ko race course so na eja atọ no wo mo enkohwe na wondum ho no eno mo ena nipa miensen wo mo etoto abo ennoma basabasa enua ene ade ede ebobo odumja adwumayifo yi we nam so ama odumja adwumayini ne ba kumpo eprai eno ti ena aposifo a wo mo efiso ame divisional police command etebre nipa miensen ede wo mo ekopie wo mo akachi
Afeyenko agopramaso ensem John ewa Otabel wa hekrado.
Episode Mercy Marjorie Sansoma about the Ctv and Ctv Kasiebo to be John Hua Otabel, His Excellency the Sports Court Teledonation. Someone say a gentleman so it's me, Edia Somoye, feature say Edia V, the best power Premier League Asiano, Yetema, Yefreno, the Ghana Premier League with 21. And I said before Asian is in Yamatuma, I don't channel matches in the bit me, I shall say the Shannon Safam says, and ABC at Media go, oh, Wafa Park and on those who got a pay. Bobo Quantity, a crack great Olympus at Nevia to South Africa, United number team at the Sasna Bricum Chelsea Etna Bricum Golden City Park, Namato Sarafe, Biana Stars, Manasola to me, Ato Pia Sasona, Summertest 1996 at Navia Miatron Sadia of the Suatraman FC, Nomadia in terms of games in now, 8 me to 3 p.m. Sasa Cropia Machema Asa Decodoco, at Navi Baba Yara Sports the Rato Sarafe Accra Lions, 6 p.m. as I give with me, Ato Dry, Dayo, that match the Kayakan with me, Ato as a senior and AC editor. Dreams FC and Heart of Oak in terms of the Theatre of Dreams that would do parks at 8 me to Jassas and Bofakota and Coronation Park. I'm going to bando Heart of Lions with me at the Abosas and Mediama Sporting Club. Oh, a compacts on or me at on side of a big chip United the Hunters. No more to me and amongst me in terms of South of the Bubu Quality and which I crack great Olympics, Golden City Park. So, almost Nevia to celebrate Bian Go Stars. No more to me and among in terms of South and Bubu Quality and the Lake Concerts. And the nations have seen made in terms of which Wafa Park, no, Yamiyatma, and Tasty Games, no, beat me out to try and we said, it's me at some way. Ghana Premier League with 21 of the 2023-2024 Premier League season, and more teams to me at some and then break. I feel me for Ghana Premier League and Moon Command if I see and then if I will be my Coco Pimo or Stanford Bridge, Bobo Quaddy, at the Chelsea, the Blues of Marseille, and Coco Pimo, and dear and Maria Brantia, and Uncle Snaka, and Mabu Quaddy, and Manchester City, the Citizens, the Sky Blues, Ultra ETS Sports, the English Premiership, and more Asian Usna Academy, Chelsea Football Club, Branton, Copama, and Draft. So to be German also, Newcastle United, Academy and Stanford Bridge with me, SSO Emmy, Branton after the game of the Tuja, and I would come on and I watch it and Semu say, or no, not by every pass with me, Esiakayipa, I bring Nanako Shenim, say week in, week out, and with me, Exile Comas with me, Esiaka National. Now when Yasa, Aquina, Bobo Quality, edited Manchester City for more as we need to grant Nebutantia, which me and I with me as across the carpet. No, Mr. Chelsea Football Club, no, Etimano, so would me a tray. So on the board, when boy pass, I saw was on, I can get any with me now, with me, Esiaka, and 7 Casabadi, will be PM or just Bobo Quadessa, or so to me, Epitinam, day in, day out, with me, Edina, now with me, Saka, Sir, Genesia was seen, or did say, at me, Edjaka, Papa, and Brother. After so much eating, could him edify Bobo Quantity and Newcastle United Swap, which uniforms no the San commanded to me at the 2 after the game and didn't command to me. And I was happy me the Quakra over the Europa Champions League second leg and counters are and over to me at 2 and they dream 2 games at me at 2 and say and I said that answer the Ghana's first leg Uncle PM or Portugal FC Porto Kabakwa, one more end to me and then bring 8 p.m. as I carried me to FC Porto. They are coming into this game with 1 goal advantage. no on agri 01 ekode mabuko ne din at the FC port unless they ask let me e share e come you know say number ye wabra FC port for end to me SS Africa so much me I qualify for the quarter finals of the 2023-2024 UEFA Champions League season on met me the common so was FC Barcelona almost on SS Napoli to me in terms of first leg now every 1-1 goal draw and so on agri 1-1 and so it more compensate me at the Samosa Buko the at Atletico Madrid or China or Motna Estadio Wanda Metropolitano El Spain and imported Monomato celebrate international Milan first leg no on copy of Milan for which Mission Kabakwa for more ends me at Borussia Dortmund Betnafi or Germany Signal and the Duna Park or many PSV at Goven ever in terms of first leg 2 weeks ago El Metromenity at the Netherlands Minnesota 1-1 on agreed 1-1 goal drawn and then so on more so be able to me from to apart media from wine and able to make it to the 2023-2024 UEFA Champions League quarter-finals wine the 8 minutes to me na yengina we so na yemfa and then raise up with so yebobo and the small Kasiebo so now 8 me FAC dia me so John Ewua Otabel His Excellency the Sports Court Television.
Na John Ewua Otabel sese wode agodie mu nsam ebesom yen afa yenkwe na yenye ni kakra. Nana Grada anase evangelist Mama Parts TikTok so wakasa na ochire se na nse person ya ye ka ho asem no e ho pa esan so no ankasa kai se nipa eben no woni wono mo ekọ nakra na ne fie wo mo to na druma nyankopon ene di ne ho afofie nye sasa abre kwa ye funeral
asiama se me kwa ya meto ena me kwa ya meto and I'm a quadrillion fine, whatever. I am telling you, it's a lie. One of what people can tell, let them come and tell you what exactly happened to me. Poison. They poisoned me. Now I trusted this guy more than they poisoned me. I'm poisoned me. And I the way I'm a doctor's birthday. And I doctor's woman. I did dress in the embassy, so I'm a candle. I have money. God has blessed me. Now, some person I can fly from Ghana and go and do surgery. They poisoned me. Doctors birthday and a share me. Doctors and the birthday and a share me. That woman panier. You want to say hospital, but alpha. You woman panier. I'm a shabby toa. And yes, as well as your for alpha. Me trust a boy way. Some come back in of mammy so ramen. Obi mama Gianni, boy way or on the mammy. I trusted this guy. Kudos. And would have taken Sana would give a city now. I'm who pay me. And man. Make you come here, Siamajina, pity. Samuel, not say ya dress here. By a branch, you pity or something that may hospital. Miko coma. And it's another man was a wee Miko coma for 7 days. No one is saying ye. They know say any year, but Christo, I have a picture. Christo, ye and I'm a bound gum. Now, Bram made that honor. I get shot in the Yamako. Maybe I can
yeah, call Amanone Kasiebo. Senior Ramadan akomchene ashase oman mu no udru Niger man ni mu nso asa pepepe netie nemom enuoma boa ye din ama mozramifo ye wo Niger man ni mu su se eho akade biti se anwa mo esichire ene de keka ho a ebema Ramadan akomchene no aye kama na se aye fo ama wo no ne boa ye din ama se sei wo hunu botompo ene wo de wonsa ahyem
Nyanu Mozrami for share Ramadan komche konkran se no. Omanfo agwo ni jede. Suan wonu susan senioma bo e na ye de pa. Ya ma eden se wo bekodwa so a nya wakoma pe wo betumi atode abafie. Yenim se enche ye bia e na Niger man no esesa ban. Na ban no ebetena konwa so no. Onhunu nyoma so. Nti ama nyoma bo aye de pa. Wo ye no si nchen ya. Amanama ya hodo binom. Etabo eto. Dwumadi a woni Niger man no edie so. Enti be se bosome nwotwe enyoma mo ayede papa nyoma boy ayede Niger man mu no anu ede na anu ada na bebre yiye enti na ma manfo kra de se de aba won mani mo se ede enyoma bo be kofom na so ankoba ni sanse ebra wo si Ramadan akomche kronkron dan mu no enyoma bo na ahyase ekosoro emobo apegja se ne kane na etie no be se ne press aso sichire anwa mereke sa nyoma nyina bo Ramadan akomche na so wudru dwaman so a Niger man no mase enyade a won ti etimi tobie enzemtrofo ene Khadija Banu atwetwe nkomo won de no ofri edwam na eba ode twodwa se enyoma wo sese yeso kwakoto no dwam enkankane asikyire no enyade a wotumi toye isanse enyoma bo koso na aye den a wonum anodam de adisrede eto aban anim saban ehu mobo na ko hwehwe enyoma bo so kakrama wonum na won ho etimi ha wo munyesa akomtini bremu ide ekom ene eba bede wonum sumana Adamu enso kra de abufuo kasa ya o kire se wodru afiafie mu a omanfo de abufuo na ahye wombo sanse enyoma ne bo ayede na wonim nya wo kwakọ asem so akire no nti eba ne sa wo de abufuo ene kasa nia omanfo nyina epa akire ene se akomche kronkron dei eya na ehunhum nsam a muni gyina pompaye ede mamman na afi so wonu mankasa nkoso na so sane enyoma esi kosoro no anhwe ya akomche ne kra no wonya akoma pa media bompaya ma Niger man no enimpo omanfo aka
Don shreba kunasi enti ha na brema me kwan ma enwere no nsia Kasiebo no me de asie me ma me muso demom ma yenka aka ye ho ensem a ye de esom wo Kasiebo mu ebi Electoral Commission trust NDC amanyoko na adwena wafa se wo bema drones etu afa nkramantem ha ama aboa mo wode wonumani asa abato no mo no emfa mra kwan bi aso Ora hotoji echirasa shama abaya asabia ya omampanyina kufu adhwe ho bo nanso besi nne adane tokuro ebon kakra ene da ho no wo mo bekoso abro mampanyina punu mu a kopem se wo betie na akosi aya asabia jadi eni sikasam Kasiebo emo race course eja eto edwam ema esa nyoma bebre nanso dum judgwa ye fo ya okose wo kwa akodum ja no mrantie bi bro wo no ma asemi akopie mu okoto mrantie miensa no kwada so circuit court se yemfa wonkosie ya ko Niger oman no emo amanfo kire se akomche konkron no ahyase de nanso enyoma bo den no enya no bi ni ensem wey ya enigide ensem agopramaso ensem eka ho ena betena ase ede esom wo sanyumre no nsia Kasiebo wo Ctv so etwagui okasafo nyina hodo no so ema ye de som wo fiefie mo abefo ntenta fidie no so ye de som wo Facebook my Ctv GH hompo de ye stream live social media handles ahodo no nyina obo my Ctv GH akase onya bi hwe ye numre mu somfo eye fia abrempoma hene nyame eye adomo a ebrepem ebesa ye hia na so sabre ye dinkra
CTV, Ghana's number one. CTV, Ghana's number one. CTV, Ghana's number one.